Talking about our bodies can be uncomfortable, but have you ever stopped to think about why? We all have bodies, so why do we feel embarrassed when talking about them? It wasn't always this way. Before contact and the effects of colonization, learning about and being proud of our bodies was our way of life. As we grew up and our bodies went through changes, we were celebrated through coming of age ceremonies. Let's listen to Auntie Lillian tell us her experience.
I became very uncomfortable with my body at a very early age, and by the time I was 9, I already had developed, and boys were already teasing me. I was made to feel very uncomfortable because the men used to ogle, just leer, It was very uncomfortable. So I found myself for years covering myself. So it really affected me in terms of how I looked at myself. And I really encourage young women to embrace their identity as women, to embrace their bodies, to feel good about themselves, because life is so short. It took me many years to be able to be confident about my womanhood. In my case, I carried it from 65 now. I carried it around for over 40 years. So it's only been in the last, 10 years that I've become comfortable with my body. That's a long time. And I became a workaholic, and so I wouldn't have to think about all the stuff. So that was my addiction. The dangerous part is if they turn to drugs or alcohol, or become some kind of an addict that's not healthy, and that can consume your life. I allowed my work to consume my life. Simply because I didn't address those healing. There are so many venues and self-growth seminars. There are just so many options now for healing. I was fortunate that I was mentored by great-grandparents, so I had a taste of it, but I was also very damaged. It took a long time to undo it, or not to fix it, but to work through it. And now I can honestly say that I love myself. And it took me years and years to be able to say that. I can honestly say that, look in the mirror and say, I'm a very beautiful woman, or I'm a strong woman, or I'm a woman of confidence. 10, 15 years ago, I couldn't say it. So it's really important for young women to be able to say it.
Many of our people have experienced similar traumas like Elder Lillian. This has caused unhealthy opinions about our womanhood and intimacy. Intimacy is showing affection freely and unconditionally. Let's think about the strong mother figures we have in our stories, like Earth Woman, the Serpent Woman, the Old Spider Woman, Mother Earth, and so many other stories that position our mothers as the place where all things are interconnected. Traditionally, our families had the responsibility to teach intimacy and love, but residential schools took that from us and left us with no teachings about sex and how it relates to intimacy and love. Now we have negative ideas about our bodies, and we tend to shy away from expressing what we need to keep our bodies healthy. Like Auntie Lillian taught me, we as women are changing that. We are carrying ourselves with dignity and pride as strong Aboriginal women, and that gives me hope.